We're in chapter 18, the final chapter. Today we have verses 48 and 49. We have been discussing about the categorization of duties for the humans. The actions we can perform categorized into four groups. Many of us whose psyche is ingrained with the caste system, the interpretation that the categorization of duties is directed towards an individual and not towards a community is difficult to accept. I have been told after I presented the last few posts that it doesn't work. The interpretation that it is for the individuals does not work. Communities have caste. Nevertheless, I understand that it is difficult, but I prefer to persist giving the interpretation that it is for an individual. I can be a Brahmin, I can be a Vaishya, I can be a Kshatriya, or I can be a Shudra. I can choose to be any one of them. What I am does not come from what community I belong to, because the definition of a community is vague. Especially as we evolve, and there is so much of overlap in the works that we do, in the actions we take, which category we belong to is somewhat distorted. However, as an individual, I can define it really well. What have I chosen? Have I chosen to accept somebody else's instructions or a manual and perform my duties according to that exactly? Or have I chosen to think and create something new? Or have I chosen to be a leader? Or did I choose to be a merchant or anything to do with business? That is in my hands. What have I chosen? That determines which one of those categories I belong to. It's just simple categorization of the actions that I can take. In today's verse 49, Krishna says, "O human, despite your shortcomings, stick with the duties or the category of actions that you have chosen." Remember, that category of action or the choice of the category is based on aptitude. If I have decided this is what I'm good at, I must stick with it irrespective of the shortcomings or the returns. And that would give me the best way for enlightenment or peace of mind, acceptance of the duties that I have chosen. And then he goes on in the next verse, verse 49. Yeah, that was 48, and this is 49. He says that there is another level to it, a, a, a category that transcends all these four categories, meaning it's beyond this, and that is the situation where you are like a sannyasi. Inaction is your choice. That's where these two verses end. And the next verse is sort of a summary. He starts a summary of what's been said so far.